Hi, it's Dawn here at Sickle Time, and this evening I'm using up something else that I've got sitting in the fridge, and that is oranges and lemons. And in fact these are our homegrown oranges, grown here in South Wales in the polytunnel. I've got one orange left in the fridge, and I've already used one orange up in here with the last of our lemons as well. There is a bit of lemon there and orange. What I'm doing is I'm mixing it with some of our own home-reared honey, and to be used as a lemon or orange, a citrus and honey. You can use it, add it to a hot drink in winter. There's no reason why you couldn't add it to a cordial. You can eat the slices of fruit as they are. You could pour some of the liquid, which is going to be a mixture of citrus juice and honey, onto yogurts or whatever. So yeah, so I thought that's what I would do with the last of this year's citrus. Now the honey I'm using is the last of last year's honey, because we're just coming up to honey harvest again. Well, I'll be spinning some honey off hopefully next week. So it's the last of this year's citrus fruit with the last of last year's honey. The honey has been sitting out in the outside storage, so it had gone a bit solid, so I've just had it sitting on the side of the Rayburn warming up to liquefy it all again. So let's get started. Let me tilt you down. So this one is very straightforward, easy to do, nothing complicated. That's the one that's being done. I'm using a wide mouth jar because the slices not fit in there easier. These are the bits of orange left over from the other one, so I'm going to get them in there. And I'm using my mandolin. Which orange should I use? I'll use this one up first. Cut the end off my orange. There we go. That's all sliced up. Now I'm cutting the slices in half because I think I can get more in a jar that way. And they look lovely. I'm so chuffed with our, it's got a bit of a funny bit of pith in it there, let's take that out. So chuffed with our homegrown citrus. And and ironically these were probably pollinated by our own bees. So the bees have pollinated it to turn it into fruit. It's their produce. That's going to work with it now. Right, the first one I did, I sort of put a layer in and then a bit of honey, whereas this one I'm actually going to pour the honey in and just let it soak down because when I did it in the layers, all the fruit, of course, floated up. See it going down, you can see the bubbles. I don't know if you can see them. How the air's coming out. I've got one, after this honey, I've got one jar of honey left from last year. And these little slices that are left now, I'm going to eat. These oranges are so unbelievably sweet, which is lovely. No sharpness to it whatsoever, and totally organic. I think that is just about.
Up next, it's my grandparents' walk with Emily Sunday.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day on that one. I'll come back and check it and top it up to the very top. Pop the lid on. Okay. There we go. So that one is all oranges. And this one is orange and lemon. I've got 1.5 jars left now of last year's honey to use up. And I've got one orange left from this year's harvest left to use up. So, don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I shall think of something. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll give this little recipe a go. And I'll catch up with you again very, very soon. You know, the best way to wash honey off is cold water, plain cold water. Yeah, so tune in again. On one of my other videos. I've got another couple of little videos coming up to do with finishing off the preserving for this year. Hit subscribe, hit notifications. Take care everybody, and I'll catch up with you soon.